him to Detroit.
No! No, not Detroit! No!
What day is it? Monday? Oh, Monday!
Monday, Monday, so good to me.
Hey, it's Monday.
Medical Monday.
Changes could be coming to Michigan's marijuana law. A new set of bills now being heard in Lansing.
Marijuana is not a drug.
The bills would have major implications to small medical growers known as caregivers.
That's some heavy shit, man.
Small pot farmers in California say the state is not standing by its promise to protect.
Big companies were supposed to be limited, but some have stacked hundreds of licenses.
Stop hitting me so hard.
Created a cartel, essentially.
You have an industry allowing for businesses to operate like cartels.
But it's a Monday.
Harm has been done by the fact that we didn't legalize it back then.
Well, I don't know if there's any harm that's been done.
There was people getting arrested, there were people getting thrown in jail. I mean, that counts, doesn't it?
What kind of joint is this, man?
Smoking marijuana all in public. You would think that shit was legal. We the Pistons in the 8, 9, and 9. Oh, bad boy, bad boy.
Just another medical.
And welcome to Medical Mondays, y'all. This is your host with the most, THC in his motherfucking bloodstream, BERG. Of course, I got my right-hand man, my co-host, my compadre. I said it backwards, though. But, yeah, Roach is with me. What up, though?
What up, Joe?
We got our returning panelist with us, Adam L. Brook.
Yo, peace.
What up, though, man? Glad to see you doing better.
Man, glad to be healthy. Did 36 days in the hole.
Yeah, that's horrible, man.
But
yeah,
I did all right. I'm better for it.
Hell yeah. Well, shout out to everybody already here. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe if you haven't already. And send the link out to your peoples, y'all. Really appreciate it. You got Smokes a Lot up in here, Prop, Shannon, Jenny, Clover, Honeybuds, some fucking guy named Romeo.
What up?
Before we get into anything else, man, I want to give a huge shout out to all of our awesome sponsors. Huge shout out to Native Made 313, Michigan Turf Farms, Nugget Duction Extracts, Tiki Madman, SOB Labs, and Tree Street Packaging. Boom. And yeah, big shout out to everybody who came through yesterday to the give back that was given back. Shout out to all the winners who won some awesome. There was over, what was it, 13 giveaways?
Well, yeah,
13 giveaways, man. So if you didn't show up, you guys missed out. You could have won some shit.
there was some chicks that were there. They left their ticket with somebody. Their number got called. They weren't that far away. They're like, we're supposed to be in Flint for a concert, but we're turning around to come get our gift or our
prize.
I thought that was pretty funny.
For sure. So yeah, huge shout out to Native Made, Nugget Duction, and Dad Smith for putting that on.
Man, super huge shout out. I hope you got it ready to Detroit Certification Center.
Yeah,
who came through and represented. and donated some fucking med cards to people. I mean,
now Roach said last show, we got one to give away, guaranteed, but they did better, man.
Yeah, because I figured I could just go in my pocket and pay for it. Thankfully, I didn't have to.
Right.
Thankfully, I didn't have to. Detroit certification.
Shout out to Wheezy.
Shout out to Wheezy. She came through. She represented, and definitely done a couple of giveaways in my day. My day hasn't been that long, but I've done more than a few giveaways. And it's always a good feeling handing somebody a package of cannabis or what have you, the smile on their face, knowing they're going to be smoking for a couple of days. It's a good feeling. But I'm going to tell you what, the best one so far has been giving away those fucking medical cards. When those people stood up, they were just like, what? You mean I'm protected under the law now? That was a whole different feeling, man. That was a whole different feeling. That shit was beautiful. Shout out Detroit Certification Center. Shout out JSA.
Because for real, you asked people, be honest, and nobody raised their hand at first, and then you were
they thought they were getting kicked out. They thought they were going to get kicked out for not having a med card. I was like, who doesn't have a med card here?
It's all right, man. No discrimination whatsoever. Just we're trying to give you a med card, but
the first one that went through. Everybody was kind of surprised, but when I called out the second one, so many hands came up, bro.
Yeah.
So if Roach ever asks you, do you have your med card? Just be honest. I got you.
No, because you didn't ask if they needed one. You asked if they had one.
Exactly.
Yeah. So.
Well, yeah. I mean,
once,
come on, man. We didn't
once you said, "Do you need one?" They were like, "Oh, I need one. I need one." Even Julian.
Don't be saying people's names.
Well, he don't got his card, man. So it's like
maybe he does now. Maybe he does.
Maybe.
Because that's what I was gonna say. What was also encouraging, because we only gave away 2, but a bunch of people's hands went up. Some of those people walked over and signed up. I saw that. We saw them get their cards. It was dope as fuck. The numbers grew.
Hell yeah.
I mean, shout out Vehicle City. I think they did one Saturday again. They've been on a roll. I'm sure we didn't make no numbers like that, but it doesn't matter. We got more people in, and that's what counts.
Definitely. But they got another event next week that Native Maids are gonna be at, and we're gonna be there too, man. So shout out to Gotcha Bingo next Saturday, the 28th. Native Maids gonna be there. Nugget Duction, your boy Nice, Mr. Kush 313, and I heard someone could even win a QP, man. A QP, yo.
No, not somebody could, Bird. Somebody is going to.
Nah, well, I don't know.
It says it on the flyer right there. It says someone's going.
Fuck, man. You weren't supposed to point that out. I was gonna be like, hey, so with that QP. No, but free chili cake and pre-rolls? Is that P-rolls? Is it pre-rolls or P-rolls?
Two different things. It's not a cake made out of chili. It's chili and cake.
Chili cake and pre-rolls.
No chili cake, man. Just
you never
cake, chili, and pre-rolls.
Chili cake.
You don't want chili
good.
Cake?
That might
I like cheese on mine. Oh, man. But
I know a girl back in high school who had some chili cake. It was not good.
I bet it wasn't. It
was not good.
Hold on.
Yeah. This Saturday, 4 p.m. for the Detroit area. Or shit, man.
Oh, it said 420.
You feel like taking a drive. starts at 420.
There you go.
And there's going to be plenty of giveaways. Not just they're not just giving away a QP. Every game of bingo, everybody who gets a bingo wins an awesome prize, man. I know the last one we did, there was like pre-rolls, edibles. It was like a whole plethora of stuff in each giveaway. So, and they're not all the same either.
What I want to say is it's a total of 12 games. Each game has its prize. 2 of those are go to specific charities, and they got
those
bigger
are the raffles though. They do one special bingo, right? I thought it was one special bingo.
Yeah.
There's other rounds of bingo that win specific prizes, but then they have separate raffles for different charities. But they have that one specific bingo that was for charity, and I want to say that was a boss ass fucking. It wasn't just like a regular bingo package. They got like.
It was the matching bong / rig / rolling tray / ashtray / grinder. Like it was a whole fucking smoking setup, and it all matched up. It was pretty boss. Not gonna lie.
Definitely.
Y'all missing out if you're not showing up to these bingos.
Yeah, sure. I want a chili caked pre-roll, somebody said. Thumb Farmer said he wants a chili caked pre-roll.
And it's not guaranteed, but there's a strong chance if you need a med card.
Oh, yeah.
You might be able to get a med card there too.
Show for show. Oh man. So man, feels like I'm forgetting to talk about something.
You are.
What?
Detroit Certification Center. You didn't throw up the flyer. We didn't read off the number. People don't know how to get in touch with
I mean, it was up there for a
DetroitCertCenter.com.
minute. I did have it up there for a minute.
There we go. DetroitCertCenter.com.
Yeah, DetroitCertCenter.com. Detroit Search Center on social media. Or give me a call or a text, 248-275-6707. Bada boom, bada bing.
Quick and easy.
And get your motherfucking card, yo. Shout out KK Flowers up in there. What up, though? Chef Rodney's up in here. Amanda, aka Miss Rue. What it do?
See, Laura's in there. Itzy's in there.
Oh, I didn't. Where's Itzy?
She's up there. We didn't see you Sunday, Itzy, but I see you in here Monday.
Oh, I do see her.
The gang's all here.
That fucking guy Adam's in here too.
I see Kalina in here too. What up, though?
What up, though? Shout out to Tree Street Packaging.
For all your promotional packaging and stickering needs. Tree Street motherfucking packaging.
Yeah. So
what's everybody smoking on?
Oh,
is that the next question?
Good question. I'm smoking on the last of the cereal milk that I still had. I totally forgot I had it. Cereal milk. And then I rolled up the rest of my Hindu. Of course, I got the original Z rolled up too.
All right, now I'm smoking on some LCG lemon cherry gelato from an unknown caregiver. It's pretty funky. I ain't mad. I also got some original Z from the best caregivers in the state, Michigan Turf Farms. Got that good. What about you, Brooke?
I got some Trop Cherry personal reserves that I've been working on, as you can see, very slowly, but I'm working that jar pretty well. It ain't much in there too deep, but it's.
Who'd you split it with? I saw that straight cut. Who'd you split it with?
I didn't split it with nobody. I made that straight cut. I split it with, that was my first half, my first taste. And then left it alone for a couple days, and then I had to go back because she pulls you right back in.
All right, man. And I got a question for you once we get into the meat of it all.
All right.
Well, people are starting to answer what they're smoking on in the chat.
All right.
So Miss Rue smoking on that old school gas. White Boy Cannabis smoking on Hellcat. I've never heard of Hellcat. I wonder what that is. Of course, KK got that fire ass super booth of his. Dumb Farmer's got Jealousy Back Crust. Also, Jealousy Back Crust. Boom. Tiki Drop smoking female pheno. Number 7 selected. Yeah. That's a lot of detail. You're letting us know. It's some
red
jealousy.
cup.
He's smoking on some jealousy.
I grew it in a red solo cup.
Hellcat
is times sourdough.
Sourdough. Well, never heard of sourdough.
Damn. Come smoke one with me, Laura. Peanut butter breath, one of my favorites.
Oh man, I haven't no peanut butter breath in a minute.
Man, shout out Michigan Ganja Queen. I want to say that was the last good peanut butter breath I had.
Yeah.
For those of you who remember.
Nah, there was this fucking guy I got some peanut butter breath off of. It was pretty fucking trash.
Sprayed down bullshit.
Yeah, I don't want to throw him under the bus or anything. I'll do that on an IG. This is Medical Mondays. You gotta be positive, right?
You do.
Everyone's so creative.
Let me tell you about some.
Clover is smoking on that super booth rosin. Scotty Pancake. KK is. Oh, I guess he's smoking on some super booth and the biscotti pancake.
Yeah, you got a good cut of that biscotti pancake too.
No, it is. It's pretty fire. No, I never had biscotti pancake until it was one of the Big Cloud events last year where I got off at Dank
Dakota.
Yep. Up to Dank Deck. He'd be having some fire too. Yeah, man. Is there anything in the? Oh, I totally cut you off. You were about to talk about something, Roach.
Yeah, I was gonna ask Adam something. You know, it occurred to me while he was talking. You know, how do you keep your rosin? Because you keep rosin for quite a while.
Well, he has big fucking jars of it.
Well, exactly. That's what I'm saying. How do you keep it?
It depends.
For those out in the, like, I just keep mine in the little butter thing in the fridge.
I know a lot of people have little fridges.
And I keep. I mean, when I come home, I empty my pockets into a Ziploc bag that's in that upper tray where my kids used to not be able to get to, but now have grown so big that, you know, I also keep my insulin in there, so it's all medicine, you know.
Makes sense.
Yeah, I don't find any degradation. I mean, I eventually smoke it all. If it's worth saving, it's worth eventually smoking.
Yeah, I think like it. If you get if it sweats out and it's like you keep it in a hot car for like 3 days, it's trash. You know what I'm saying?
Do that. You can't. When people say, "Hey, man, try my shit," I don't even want to put it in my pocket because that warms up.
Yeah.
When I was in the hospital, my wife, I had to say, "Hey, you know that last pair of overalls I was wearing?" She's like, "Yeah." I said, "Before you do the wash, you got to go into the pocket and get that jar and put it in the refrigerator because there was something someone had given me and a tribute, and she'd have washed it. Maybe she'd have found it, but either way, I was like, go find it and go put it in the refrigerator."
Got to keep it refrigerated.
Right. Even if you can get a small refrigerator with an adjustable temperature gauge, then you're all set.
That just reminded me of that one song. You gotta keep them separated. You gotta keep it refrigerated. Oh,
I mean, I've seen guys with wine coolers, you know, these coolers that are designed to put wine in, but you don't need to keep it at 36 or 32 degrees, you know? So you gotta know what you're doing. And I always got room for more, so I don't want anybody to think I got too much.
For sure.
I mean, what is too much?
Well, I got a lot of flavors. That's the real problem.
Yeah.
Like, how do you decide what are you gonna smoke?
I like variety. So I mean,
yeah, I like
Roach and myself. We fucking mix our shit.
I'm good for pairing.
Yeah.
I like, it's part of my ADD. I like to smoke all of one thing.
So, some of my fucking I call it garbage pail joint because it's like all the shit that left over from rolling 4 joints just up in the corner of my tray.
Yep.
And yeah, I know some of them bitches be the fucking most fire as fucking joints.
Well, and I like when
I wish I could figure out that whole fucking 20% of this and 50% of that, and you know what I mean.
I like when you're smoking though, and you can taste a particular flavor, and you're like, you know, of course that was on the tray, right.
We used to do that shit back in the day on purpose, though, like the fucking Neapolitan blunts, Roach. We'd fucking have one fucking block of fucking one kind of weed, and 3 different kinds of weed, except you can fucking taste it right as the fucking you start smoking the other fucking part. That shit was fire.
And then even when with the dabs, the 3D dabs, shout out to fucking Bright Mojo. He used to get me right. He used to get me together.
I've seen a lot of these big dabbers where so many different people come in and just keep lobbing it in there, and they're smoking 5 different flavors. These guys.
Oh, getting ninja dabbed.
Whatever, yeah. Or they're trying to smoke a certain amount, you know, so they got 5 guys each providing so much. Whatever. I think all that's a waste, and I don't participate in those programs. The Olympics, the weed Olympic type stuff, nah, not my kind of thing. It's just because so much is wasted.
No, like seriously, bro. Like fucking
The exception was
Squish is like the only person I've seen in real life that fucking like actually
it could really do an out.
he'll really do that shit, bro.
No,
Like
no, I
he
agree
will
with
hit that shit.
But it's not that like the hallway and Russell was a problem, but
that'll never happen ever again.
Right.
Like, bro, that was a one. Well, I mean, not in the Russell. I'll say that. It might not never happen. It might happen again, but not at the Russell. But yeah, that shit was fucking insane. People couldn't get away from it. It was like the smog.
Talk about getting choked out.
Oh, bro, there's motherfuckers on the ground. Like they couldn't even make it to the fucking
stairwell
bathroom.
Right.
Because they're choked out and fucking just end up throwing up all over themselves and shit.
That shit was like, I remember being so fucked up and simultaneously being like, somebody's gonna go to jail. We fucked up.
Bro, as soon as I walked in the hallway, I'm like, oh my fuck. You can see my eyes in the video. I'm like, this is the hallway. And like, as soon as I turn off the fucking camera, I'm like, damn, this shit's real deal shit. Like, this is real life.
Like, this is happening.
Yeah, this is really happening. Yeah,
but at the same time, I was like, I don't even give a fuck. Fuck them.
We tell Olin to fucking open up the windows, bro. It looks like it's smoking. It's like it looks like the building's on fire. Yeah. If the smoke detection system was on during that time, we all would have been wet. It was like,
bro,
thank God the Russell was like so like fucking under. Like they were,
I swear,
they were not up to code. They were not.
You could see that shit from. You could see that shit from space or something, man. For real,
bro.
Like, we were on the map.
That building right there, it's on fire right now.
There's no flame though.
I know, yeah.
Yeah, no, it was good times, good times. Shout out to Seth, man. Shout out to the homie Seth.
Yeah. Shout out to the people who went out there Saturday to the 420. What was it? What they call it?
Trap or treat.
Trap or treat. Yeah. Native Maid was out there.
I talked to that today.
So yeah.
The up and coming youngster.
So we gotta get into this news or what?
We can get into the news.
I guess the number one story would be illegal marijuana grow of any size, only a misdemeanor in Michigan.
Right.
The precedence has been set. The laws have been cited. It's pretty much what they're saying is you're gonna pay some money, but they're not coming in the door. They're not pulling the kick door no more. They're not wasting resources on sending fucking paramilitary style troops to your house. So that's good. Congratulations, Michigan. Shout out to our panelist, our missing panelist, Jamie Lowell, who's cited in this article as one of the contributing authors to the 2008 fucking law.
Yeah.
So shout out Jamie Lowell.
Oh yeah.
You know, gone but not forgotten. Still on our minds, Holmes. Hope you're doing well.
Gang.
Yeah, so I don't know. I know Adam has an opinion on this story about the fucking misdemeanor charges for
Yeah,
grows.
it's still a felony federally. And if you've paid any attention to any raids that you've ever seen, there's always a guy in a DEA jacket because they have a guy loaned to every police department, every county, not every police department, every county. And they go in with the county boys on these raids. And if it's big enough, they'll take it. Well, I think they're going to start taking cases and people are going to be outraged. And then they're going to be able to say, oh, well, we have to change the law because the people are so outraged that they can't, that federally we're arresting them for things they can do. It's only a misdemeanor at home. And then all of a sudden we're going to see Schedule 6 or something, which I'm against that, something like that. But that's the type of shit that will cause them reason to change the law. And it's not just one law they got to change. They got to change hundreds of laws if they legalize or whatever. I become nostalgic. I think it should stay Schedule 1 and just not be treated like anything. Because it shows how stupid they were. Because it never possibly could have ever been a Schedule 1.
And I mean, is this good news? Yeah, it's good news. But at the same time, like, nowhere in there are they talking about that they're not going to come at you for tax evasion. Right. Nowhere are they talking about they're not going to charge you with racketeering. Like,
right.
Just because they're letting you go on this end doesn't mean they're not holding you even tighter on the other.
Well,
like,
that's what
be careful, folks.
Oh, I guarantee you there'll be a ton of RICO cases coming. Every guy that did a collab with someone else is a RICO case.
I've been saying that shit for years about like all these, even the corporate entities.
But to me, you don't
cannabis.
Yeah,
like especially them motherfuckers. They're the motherfuckers that are breaking the law the most federally.
I just think that you get to a certain point where people don't even bother. They don't even look at it. They don't care. And, and don't forget, if you're 60 or 70 right now, you were coming up at a different time. You were smoking weed when you were young. And nothing happened to any of your buddies except that one guy that got addicted to weed, Everybody knows someone like that. But I think the feds are going to get this pressure because so many states have not just turned it into misdemeanors, basically decriminalized it in a lot of places. Is your local police department going to start coming after misdemeanors? Well, yeah, if the felonies drop off, depends where you live. You know what I'm saying? It still gives them the option. It's not like the Ann Arbor pot fine that was $5 at one time and then $25 with a $25 court cost, so it cost you $50. But that was a civil infraction. Same as smoking weed in public now. So what are you going to do, officer? You really going to write me the paper on a civil infraction? All right, no problem. I start writing. I got time. I'm going to smoke this joint while you do it.
Well, there's been a couple of stories from other states that we've talked about. Like the woman who got pulled over with the 1,200 pounds of weed in her minivan. They let her ass go.
Yeah.
Dude,
wrote her a ticket.
They don't care anymore. It's not like they pulled her over and she had 12, migrants in the back.
That's for sure.
Or heroin or crack or anything that is on the same. It's on the same fucking level.
Same schedule, right?
Yeah.
So I wonder if I can tell an officer, no, man, this Schedule 1, aren't they all been legalized? First we started with weed and then we did the rest of them. That ain't gonna work. Sorry, I got a pharmacist. I'm okay.
Right.
But it's just silliness, man. It's got to end on the federal level. The banks are taking money. It's not that they're not taking money; they're just charging extra for it because they're getting their tax. You know, the banks. That's going to be one of the hardest fights we have because the banking, what do you call them, assholes? The banking lobbyists are going to lobby that they keep it the way it is because it allows them to charge a fee, and the feds ain't coming for your money anyways. The feds have never come for money. The only money the feds ever took was money that was either found by them or that was turned into them by the local precinct. You know, they take the picture of the local bus and then they send the money in with the heroin. Okay. If you're dumb enough to do that, you could have kept that money. Well, in the old days.
I want you to get that money and pay that tax. And when you don't, you go the way of Al Capone and Wesley Snipes.
Yeah.
That's how they take your money. They take it after you spend it when you didn't got it to pay anymore.
Yeah.
On your head.
Yeah, I was reading this story about back in like 1977, they fucking found a compound, THCV, and it was only in certain kind of cannabis, but now they're trying to synthesize it and put it in edibles, and of course it's Kiva. Kiva's the one that's doing this out in Cali. But I guess THCV is supposed to have the opposite effects of marijuana, where it's like it'll actually keep you up and it'll reduce your hunger. So there's all kinds of shit that's in weed.
Well, but
sounds like THCM.
I know.
My question is, who didn't expect all this stuff? Who didn't expect Walmart, or not Walmart, eventually Walmart, but Marlboro to be involved in the weed game? I mean,
they're definitely going to be. Yeah,
they already are. They just bought
Budweiser, Marlboro, Budweiser,
all of them.
Yeah.
And
Coca-Cola.
I tell people all the time, I've been fighting for 30 years so that will happen. Because once those guys are doing it, everybody's doing it. It's you know, it's publicly accepted and you can get it anywhere and nobody cares. That's what I'm working towards.
But so this THCV reduces appetite, but it also helps reduce glucose levels. So it's like it's doing all kinds of shit, bro.
Well, weed naturally drops your blood sugar, and that's probably
like metabolic disorders like diabetes. Like straight up, you need to get some THCV now.
Hey, that'll be my new thing.
Yeah.
I should make a note and ask my people.
Do we know what the V? Do we know what the V is?
All right. Yeah, I do.
Gosh.
Here it comes.
Oh shit.
I'm looking for it. It does say. And I was like practicing it in my head, saying
it. Diet weed. Wonderall. Weederall. There you go. I see an article about
Sounds like
all right,
passion.
tetrahydrocannabinol.
Niverin, yeah, there you go. Delta 9.
Did I say it right? Tetrahydrocannabinol. Yep.
Yep.
Go. So yeah, there's all different kinds of fucking compounds in weed that do
Oh yeah.
everything you need that, you know, they're trying to prescribe people fucking for. It's like, man.
I was told THCM by Sam the Skunk Man in Amsterdam. And he said, but the only way I'll give you some is if you plan on, I mean, you can smoke it with me, but you got to plan on spending the day at my house because you'll be on the couch. And I haven't tried it yet, but that's supposed to be awesome. All right, I got to write this down so I remember to look for it or to read about it. THCV.
It is THC meth, bro. That's the It's predominantly found in sativa. Like that's the shit to be having you going boing 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 boing.
Yeah, sure. But it's also like what do they give those? The Narcan. It's the Narcan of weed almost.
Oh yeah, like oh man, you're fucked up, bro. Here, smoke this.
Smoke this, right? Smoke one of these.
You'll be fine, bro.
I mean, I get tired of reading fucking weed articles, but this one I missed, and I like the Weederall instead of Adderall. Weederall. All right, that's good.
Yeah, I want some.
We got Clement. Shout out to Mr. Free the Weed.
The original Mr. Free the Weed.
Right.
I will say, if there is a such thing as diet weed out there, you want to invest in that. Invest heavily.
Right.
Introduce it to everybody you know. Weed that makes you lose weight. Oh my God. That'd be huge.
Did we talk about it on the show about the skunky smell of weed? Like, you know, like the fucking it's not a terpene. It's another compound. Totally
it's a volatile.
Oh, that's
that wasn't sure.
That shit's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know if we talked about it on the show. I don't even know if we talked about it.
But I thought that was fucking. It's identified as methanol 2-butane-1-diol.
Yeah, it's like other aspects of the entourage effect.
Yeah.
Except
I guess they found that shit out back in 2015.
Except we call it the symphony. Or it takes a little bit of everybody to make that killer. You know, that's why that low THC weed used to get people really high.
No, I always just thought those fucking, what is it, Leafly that has that bullshit out where it's like all different fucking colors, combinations, and it's like they're trying to fucking like put
they're trying to use
weed in a box. You know what I mean? Like, oh, this is everything you need to know about weed. Like they figured it all out. It's like, bitch, no, you didn't. There's all kinds of shit, bro. Like,
yeah, there's 613 compounds, I think, and I guarantee you nobody studied them all. in weed. And why are all these crazy? Why are there all these anecdotal crazy weed things, but you don't hear about, guys that eat at McDonald's? You don't hear about them, but you hear about, guys smoking weed for their cancer and their tumors going away. You've heard about it more than once, and it's been happening for years. Taking oil and killing off the cancer. Now you no longer have it. They can't find it in your body. And the doctor's calling it a miracle. You're like, yeah, it's a miracle of weed, you dumbass.
No, that's happened with babies too, man.
Yeah.
Like babies with fucking brain cancer, like inoperable fucking tumors disappear. Like,
it's been going on for years, generations. And it's that tax we pay, we pay that extra tax. Even once the medical companies get a hold of it and they start pumping out synthetic THC, whatever, and it's not Marinol, but it actually is something you would think about taking. They're going to be commonplace. You're not going to hate on them because there'll be so many of them. It's not like now where these dispensaries open 20 at a time and they're all 20 or shit. It'll be different, I hope.
Well, something's definitely happening. Here in America for a long time, Canada has already beat us to a lot of stuff. Different parts of Europe, I think, are starting to reconsider their cannabis laws too, especially when they see the amount of money that's being generated and the fact that the United States is really softening their approach to cannabis. I forget who was just calling us out in the UN for violating our agreement.
Right. Like they don't all violate their agreement, the other agreement.
Right.
How many wars are there going on right now in this world? And you don't know about anything about on the continent of Africa. They don't talk about that. They talk about the Middle East.
We wouldn't have any wars if everybody had to smoke weed, bro.
I don't think they heard you, Adam. What did you say again just now? They only talk about the what?
Oh, really? You're asking me to remember? If everybody smoked weed, we wouldn't have wars.
But what you said was they only talk about wars in the Middle East. There's a bunch of wars
Middle
going
East
on
and
in
Europe.
Africa.
They talk about the European war, the Middle Eastern war. They don't talk about. They don't talk about the Holocausts that have happened on the continent of Africa, where 50 or 100 million people get slaughtered.
The Holocaust here with the fucking Native Americans. Bro.
Oh, wait, I'm waiting for them to see what's going on in Israel and say, you know what? Now, the problem is they wouldn't take their land back because it never was their land. They couldn't own the land. The land belonged to Mother Earth. Yeah. So they just want their property back, their rights back, their areas, and be able to do what they want. And I'm just waiting for some crazy Native American to do something stupid because he thinks he can get more than just a reservation. But they gave him some casinos, man. They're killing it on the casino money. Taking it from the white people. There ain't nothing better than watching that.
Yes.
All I'm saying is this: how many wars are actively being fought in places where cannabis is legal?
Oh, probably where cannabis is legal?
Yeah, like actually war.
Israel cannabis is basically legal.
Oh yeah, it is.
And Lebanon, growing hash may not be illegal, but they're doing it, you know, and they're doing it on mountainsides. You know, South
They've
America,
been doing it for centuries. Bro.
right? Generations. South America is the same thing. They legalized weed in Colombia. I mean, like there wasn't already valleys and valleys of it being grown, you know,
Right.
right next to the coca plant. And there'd be darkness. It was cool, man. You'd look out over the valleys and there'd be light, 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 no light, darkness, complete darkness. And then light, 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 light. And you could tell that was their spot. That's, you know, the dark part in the forest. And it was cool, man. I liked being in Colombia. That was a cool place.
Yeah, I don't know anybody in Colombia.
Oh, I'm trying to think who went down there since they legalized weed. I know some people, but I can't remember who. It's still all.
Where was Uncle Stoner recently?
Where was he, in Uruguay?
Like South America doing a fucking squash show.
Yeah. I
He's
think
everywhere, bro.
Bro, if you
Ecuador.
event and you'll pay for him to come do his squash off, he'll be there.
This gangster.
The more people he meets from different places, he goes everywhere. Everywhere. But
yeah, I caught a couple of the lives. They were pretty sweet. Just the backgrounds are always sweet.
Right.
It's the same shit's happening. It's just in different locations. Sweet.
Yeah, we had one out in front of the coffee shop. Well, it wasn't even a coffee shop. It was a dance
Oh, he
club.
was in Ecuador.
Ecuador, right.
Shout out to KK.
That's what I said.
I'm zoned out.
In Amsterdam, we had one like out in front of a restaurant. There was like a city little park. The police station is 25 feet away. And there's all these tables and chairs set up. And he's got his squash off going on. And that was wild. But that's a good event.
Should I just send Rich the link?
Yeah, we need to talk to Rich anyways, man. Should send T the link too. Have a face off.
See if he'll actually join. SOB US Squash Off Champion. Dang.
Yeah, I think he won at the Hash Rash Cup.
Yeah.
See, I remember that. But barely.
I remember people were talking shit about us being a judge.
No, people can talk all the shit they want. I don't give a fuck. I got an answer for all these people. They ain't doing it. And the ones that are doing it, when you tell them and make them understand why you do it the way you do it, they agree with you. So I'm not concerned. I talked to one of those event guys recently, just like yesterday and today, maybe today. And he's trying to explain why the computer balloting is so great, because it totals things up and it can this and that.
And it can be hacked.
Well, I'm not even worried about it being hacked. How about the fact that my 7.2 and your 8.5 may be exactly the same thing in reality? You know, if we talked about it, we'd realize that we agreed that it was a certain level or at a certain spot in our grouping. But for me to say it's a 7.2 and you to say that just throws off the computer numbers, because yours ends up winning, mine ends up losing, where mine might have won if we agreed that, you know what, as a bud, let's just say, this bud was grown much better than this bud was grown. It's the overall best. How do you figure that out? You try them all. No, computers aren't going to tell you what is the best. I mean, it's just silliness. Matter of fact, in Amsterdam, I bought some Jamaican and it looked like prickweed, and it got me higher than I'd ever been.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like
it's old school shit.
It was almost black. It was so purple, it was black.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Together. And
did you ever have any of the man, what the fuck was that? It was Michigan Turf Farms. What was it? Midnight. You ever have? Did you?
Yeah,
have Midnight. That shit looked almost black.
Oh,
it was so purple.
Looked almost black.
Yeah, it was so fire.
What's up, Richard? You commented? You got to unmute yourself.
Yeah. What's up? Hey, good evening, man. How y'all doing?
Good.
Yeah,
right, man. Oh, I'm hot.
Oh, I'm hot.
Good to see you, man. I figured you would have came through yesterday.
Thank you, bro.
The Alabama Commission down there, they got this thing going on with corporate weed, One group sued to stop the licensing process. So they're having an online meeting tomorrow about 2:00 Eastern time. And one of the things I'm pushing them on is accepting out-of-state medical marijuana cards, And a lot of states don't, like, what's that one? Missouri and Alabama. Like I said, we take all 38 states' other cards, so.
You need a card in Michigan? Shit.
Well, but remember, you always get the discount, man. Don't forget about the discount and the legal protection.
The legal protection is important. The discount.
Yeah, that's more important than the discount.
I ain't never been in a dispensary, so I ain't worried about the discount. But to drive a car because you have a doctor's note, I'm good with that.
Oh, yeah. And now you get the asshole cop that want to come in and say, oh, no, you're driving impaired. Like, fuck you. And you're not taking fentanyl or anything else, So.
Well, I like the fact that I'm so crippled they can't test me for impairment.
That's right.
There's something nice to that.
Well, big shout out to Rich, man. I know he had a lot to do with us getting our pictures on our cards and a bunch of stuff. He's definitely one of the people that's been pushing forward this cannabis envelope here in Michigan, man.
Free the weed.
So since we got you here, locked up or not, I'm hoping you can hear me
what
still.
happened, bro? What happened? Rocho.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You still there? There you go.
Yeah.
Seems like your signal's dropping in and out, but we're gonna be patient with you, man. But while we got you on the show, man, like, you know, we've been crossing paths for a minute, Rich. Back at Tab Detroit and all kinds of shit, man.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna need you to give everybody, including myself and the public here, a background, a short history, even though I don't want a short answer. I want the long answer, Rich.
Okay.
Okay.
Long.
What is the origins of Free the Weed?
What is the origin of Free the Weed? Well, it came out 2000.
You got to hold on.
Okay, time out.
I want to say, not only are you known as Mr. Free the Weed, but you have like rallying cries and a whole thing with Free the Weed. Am I correct?
He walks into a room, people scream "Free the Weed."
Free the weed, baby.
Yeah.
So take us back to the beginning of Free the Weed, man.
Take us back.
Oh boy, that's a stretch, but I can remember doing that when we were doing rallies in probably '97, going to Chicago, and it just came out, you know. I mean, this time it was like an expression. It was like, man, it's freedom and weed, you know, free the weed, goddamn, you know. And it became a rallying cry because, you know, because of the injustice part first. And then when the jobs kicked in, it really kind of amped it up, you know. And I used to have, you know, some members of our community, oh, this rally's not about free the weed, it's about jobs and trying to do, you know, political bullshit, you know, but it was all about freedom, okay, you know. I went about the kiss ass, you know, the free the motherfucking weed, just change the law, you know, what you had to do. And so it kind of picked up from then, and now, like I said, you know, this is '96, and then 2001, we were doing the PRA. Yeah. And we almost had that on the ballot until, you know, that's when Rainbow Farms and 9/11 kicked in and kind of went to the back burner. And kind of a little dormant in the 80s, kind of. And then remember, I don't know if you're around in the 80s, there was a time that you couldn't even get a damn seed. I mean, somebody had turned the spigot off, right? And in 1986, I guess when Reagan was president, man, they turned. I mean, you couldn't buy, a bud for about months, and it was just so ridiculously high. But then, like I said, 1990, you know, things happened up there in Lansing, and around that time, I don't know, when I got involved with Normal, I met Tim Beck, okay? Tim Beck. And we really didn't have anybody in mid-Michigan. Well, we had people, but we didn't have people in mid-Michigan. We had Greg Francisco, we had me and the lady Kathy Kennedy. And the only time I see everybody is when they do a rally on the Capitol steps, you know. And so I remember at one time I'd actually put in a patent for it and got a patent for it in the the patent office up there. But it's all in that paperwork. But as I started getting closer to politics, you know, something had to fire those people up. I mean, something had to fire those people up, especially around 90, 96, 97. And I can remember going up to Lansing City Council speaking every Monday. You know, it's time indeed to free the weed for the jobs we need, you know. And they think, what the hell is he talking about? But, you know, they get the
Hell yeah, man.
Oh, yeah. And then also...
But that's stuck in their ear, though.
Oh,
Like,
yeah. And then another one was pop for potholes instead of assholes. And that came up later. But matter of fact, there was an election in Lansing, Michigan for a state Senate seat, right? And the people that were running for that state Senate seat was me, another guy, and Gretchen Whitmer, right? And so I ran as a write-in against Gretchen Whitmer on a cannabis platform. But like I say, she had the money and she won the Senate seat. But we became good friends after that. I still got pictures of her back, and we were super young. And I got a picture of me and her, and I call her, hey, this is Garland Gilchrist. I'm the reason Garland Gilchrist got the job. So I kind of come with that shit. But I've been pushing it 3 years. You know, we went up to Traverse City. I can remember going to Chicago in the late 90s and stuff, like 97, 98 or something. And me and a guy named Arthur Slabowski, Kathy Kennedy, and all of them, was 4 of us went to Chicago. When we marched down in the streets of Chicago, they had like about 100 cops surrounding us, man, walking with us. I mean, if they had, you wouldn't believe. I mean, it was like they were walking in rows of 4 by 4, and you know, they walked with us across the bridge and stuff. And then we ended it at the Federal Building, and as we kept going, the doggone Chicago police started dismissing everybody. Go home, man. Go home. This is bullshit. We ain't nobody, you know, because. You know, we weren't causing any trouble, but we was making, you know, we was getting the point across. And I believe someone did fire up a doobie back then, but that was like an act of vengeance, act of courage.
Yeah.
You know,
what are you doing? Oh man, that's horrible.
What are you doing? That's when they come with stuff and everything, you know, and.
Yeah.
But we, you know, it picked up through the years. It got to the Senate, and then I started working for Cushenberry in Lansing, and you know, it picked up there because you know he was on a committee then to get the damn thing started, and you know, the weed got freed up in there because, you know, like I said, they started introducing bills and memos, and we're fighting assholes like Mike Cox and all of them that they were straight pot haters. And then, and Rick Jones, they were super pot haters. And when they saw us coming, they like, oh, hell no, we know what you guys are up to and all of that. So, like I said, they had some real assholes in the state legislature up there, you know. And they still do, but not as many, you know. But the part we're working on now, you know, me at least, or some folks are at the federal level, okay? Because, you know, even though Biden was looking at changing marijuana law, they had 14 U.S. representatives, 6 senators and 8 U.S. House reps wanting to keep, you know, marijuana at Schedule 1. Okay. And you know how messed up the U.S. House is? They don't even have a speaker, but you'll be rest assured that they'll call a meeting to call a hearing just to delay the act, you know, just to delay everything, you know. So somehow, like I said, and when we reform like normal again or something, looking at putting together a slate, you know, of elected officials to vote for, even having a town hall to, you know, to check their pot record out, because we came too far to work too hard to let a bunch of screw ups get elected and fuck everything up. Won't happen.
We are a new group of people that they're looking for our vote. And you need to do something for us, you know? I mean, that's the problem with the governor and the attorney generals. They said they were going to do all kinds of stuff for pot, and they haven't done shit. The people forced it on them.
Yeah. Who's going to be the one to, right? Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, you got to vote for them people because they are who they are. But when they make promises that they're going to, you know, change the weed thing, and then they never do, that's an insult, man.
Yeah. And, you know, the way you work that shit, and I give it to the Michigan Weedsters, that they actually go up there and actually meet with them guys, okay? They slack off. They slack off. And the only way you're going to get them guys straight is that you got to be constantly on them. You know, meet them like once every week or something like that, or call them once every week. Set up the legislative stuff, okay? You keep coming up there like that, you know, them at them coffee hours and stuff. You know, they keep hearing your message, say, hey, we need a bill to cure the ill. So it's, you know, stuff like
You got fucking cemented on the Wi-Fi, man.
you know, you got what, 9 states that already said, hey, we will not test your pee for cannabis. And I know Michigan's supposed to be one of them. We'll get like Dana, actually not Dana, it's the legislators, because the legislators make laws. They're the ones that make laws, okay? You got to get them off their ass, do a couple bills. And then weed is bipartisan, okay? It's bipartisan. You got Democrats who like weed, Republicans smoke weed, and people in their districts, okay? Because they work for them. If you get enough people in some of these guys' districts, especially an asshole legislator, you get enough of their constituents start calling them, having meetings with them, they start to back down. You know, that's just lobbying, you know, that's what lobbying's about. So, like I said, we have like people like Danny Trevino. He's, you know, that's a federal thing, and that's a federal thing. And I cracked on Alyssa Slotkin the other day, and she said, "Oh, she'll make it legal." She told me that. Okay. Right. And she said, well, she told me that the Senate is where bills go to die. Okay, they're going to introduce a bill in the House, but they get to the Senate, they just kill it. But she said to get in there and take care of us. Okay, that's what she said. With Tree, you know, we're working on Tree to keep the weed free, okay? Tree know about us. Tree knows about us. And another one that's pretty good, you know, is Rashida, you know. Rashida, she's got a good heart, and she's definitely she got a federal cannabis caucus, you know, at the federal level. And I believe she's on it. She's definitely on it. So,
but still ain't nothing happening. Ain't nothing gonna happen for a while.
Yeah, I mean, you look what's in that house now. You know, Marjorie Taylor Greene needs a joint. You know, a lot of them probably smoke weed, you know, but they didn't want to mess it up for everybody else. So, I know one thing that's been happening too is that, you know, I go on the White House website and I hit them with something about, you know, cannabis and reform, and actually call them. And now I start getting return letters from them, you know, her and vice president there about what they're doing and everything. So it's like a, you know, like a roller coaster here. And I tell you, you know, this next year election, you know, telling, you know, let the people know who to vote for. And especially in these primaries, you know, I mean, the fate's in our hand, man. You know, plan now for success later. You know, I'm gonna have to go outside here in a minute, though. You know, and get truly clemented, how y'all call it. But now, I can't let the fiance won't let me smoke in the house, and I said, okay, happy life, happy wife. So over here packing up a bong of Michigan OD. Hey, if y'all don't know if you go to the Lions games, but I tell you, there's more weed than that's flying over Ford Field now. Okay. We have, what's that, Dank? We got Leaf and Bud. And hopefully I'll see somebody like West Coast Mayor or somebody like that. But, you know, it's almost, I mean, I wouldn't put it past the Fords if they started selling weed at the doggone game. Now imagine if they were smoking up in the stand, you think there'd be all that fighting going on up there?
No.
Okay. Hell no.
No.
And it might be something that they might want to consider since they changed it for the players, you know. And it might be something they want to consider. So it's baseball, you know. I mean, if you have a handicap area for people who's handicapped, and I think, you know, if you're a patient, you got a medical issue, you need weed.
They have a smoking section at the baseball game. I go smoke weed there.
Where?
It's deadly, like directly behind center field.
Oh, you out there. Okay, but on football, it's Section D in Ford Field. Section D in Ford Field, you go out back and you can blow, I mean, like 50-50. You got the tobacco guys.
Right.
You got the weed guys. And then what's nice is that I had a guy back there. The guy came to the game from Texas, right? And he's like, man, we don't have this in Texas, man. He gave me $20 for a doobie, man, just because he didn't have no weed, man.
They got weed in Texas, trust me.
Well, you know,
not like our weed though.
No,
no.
I mean, they get it now from Cali, but you know that's kind of sore. So old school people.
Well, I'll tell you, man, we got big compliments on our product across the nation. You know, everybody kind of likes our shit.
Everybody who comes here and checks out.
Everybody coming, we get high. And Alabama, they are. Right now, they got the Cannabis Commission, and what's happening? Corporate weed is coming in there. You know, they want to gangster everybody, right?
Right.
They want the market, and so now they got the corporate weed guys in there just dictating shit, and a couple other guys filed a lawsuit so they can get a piece of the action. So that's the same thing that's going down. What went down in Michigan, you know, the Michigan cannabis, that marijuana board. Yeah. That guy John Delali, he's full of shit. Okay, he's full of shit. You got a lot of money, and he called us a bunch of goddamn hippies, and he wanted to be the righteous one to make marijuana sane again. You know, we want to be a business, so he's running this line of bullshit. And he's bribing everybody when he found that when he couldn't bribe me in Cushenberry, you know, he's up there in Lansing, you know, trying to, you know, throwing around the money, and they all got caught. Okay, they all got caught in that bullshit, you know, and then they were the same ones that was turning everybody down, you know, turning like Calvin Johnson down for a traffic ticket. You know, and he's getting his head blown. You know, the hell with him.
Yeah,
Burn
but
mother-
they got all their friends' licenses.
They did. They rigged the game. But the attorney out there, guy Mark Totten, I don't know if you remember him.
Yeah.
He ran against Bill Schuette and lost. And he's the district attorney out there in the Western District of Michigan. And he's the one that's actually going after all of them. Okay? He's the one that's actually going after all of them. And that's why he's seeing all these arrests come down, and he's probably going to see some more. Probably going to see some more coming down. Ooh. So.
Shit, man. I want to introduce our boy E-Rock joining us, man.
Okay, I'm mute.
What up, though, E? You muted, homie.
Yeah.
What's good with you? What up, Roach?
What up, homie?
Y'all boys good?
Hell yeah, man. What you smoking on, man?
I don't know. I call this E-Rock. I be mixing weeds. I told you last time.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I had to come catch y'all, man. I be busy until 10, man. I had to catch y'all before y'all got off, man.
No, I appreciate you, man.
What's the word?
Yeah, what's been good with you, man? You got any new music coming out soon, or what's?
Yeah, me and my boy, I've been doing music with Wood, so I think he dropping another single we did soon, and then me and him gonna drop a whole album next year.
Hell yeah. It's dope.
Yeah. That's about it, man. Getting ready for next year. Try to do a bunch of shit.
It's dope, man. So yeah, I mean, you say you're smoking on E-Rock, you mixed up the weeds. Well, I mean, what is some of the weeds that you're mixing up, man?
This right here is some runts. My boys be growing. And then I'm going to say some probably, we got some shit called KS6 that the heavyweight heads grow. So I'll be mixing shit.
So, yeah, man, what's your first experience with cannabis, man?
Oh shit! I guess you say love at first sight. Shit, I smoked this shit when I was motherfucking in the 8th grade, and shit. Ever since then, it's been on and popping. This is shit. Like I said, this was before it was legal though, so we had to hide the shit we was doing.
Yeah.
Now you can smoke whenever the fuck you want to, so I'm happy. I'm happy the word that got to. It just hurt my pockets because I used to sell weed now, but now I don't even sell weed no more. I let the dispensary.
I know. Yeah. The whole weed was currency back then, man. It was crazy.
Hell yeah. I mean, you was taking a chance, but shit, there was money involved, especially if you were selling it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It was a risk because, like I said, it was illegal, but it was only a misdemeanor unless you got caught with pounds and pounds of the shit.
Well, no, it's all misdemeanor here in Michigan, man. You heard about that?
The what?
You heard about that? How many
What?
pounds did they get out of that warehouse? It was in the thumb area.
It
Like
don't matter the
1,100.
size of the grow now.
Yeah, it was plant. It wasn't even pounds. It was plants.
Yeah. There was 1,100 plants.
Right. I was going to say 1,200. I thought it said.
Yeah.
You
I
said
think it was
that.
1156, 1151.
Yeah, they just upgraded.
Well, shit, it's legal to grow now. You shouldn't get no time for growing the shit.
No, he got a ticket. He got
No,
a
you
ticket.
got a misdemeanor ticket.
What up, Patty? You all right?
Yeah. Ain't that something?
Hey,
That's
see,
the
look.
shit that-
Let's say, look where we then came, because if that shit would have happened back in the early 2000s and late 90s, his ass would have been underneath the jail.
Yeah, he's still in jail.
That's what it was motherfuckers in jail for C's and stems when we was coming up.
Thank you.
Yeah, I've gotten threatened over seeds and stuff.
Well, shit, the Trevino's still in there. He's the only one I could think of. Is, you know, he had maybe 100 plants, and they went to a federal. You know, the federal threshold of 100 plants and over, you were straight up felon, right?
Yeah.
And they got him in there on that one. That's some bullshit there. That's just straight bullshit. You know, they got him in there on 100 plants. He's getting, he's filing a 2255 to get the sentence commuted right now.
How much time did he get?
15 years.
See what I'm saying? That y'all saying my man got caught with 1,100 plants. He only got charged with a misdemeanor? Come on.
Yeah, but that's at the state level. This dude, remember, I don't know, Bill Schuette went specifically to the federal court in Grand Rapids because they were the most conservative and burnt him for 15 years. Told him his medical marijuana was no good, his car wasn't any good. State, federal law oversees state, all the bullshit that they use to put people away. They got him right before they sentenced him right before the pandemic. He's been in there ever since.
Damn.
Yeah.
It was
In
legal.
fairness, he did get raided like 5 different times.
26.
And he kept opening right back up after every time he got raided.
He beat him 26 times, man.
See, that's the problem. See, you ain't telling me he got caught 26 times prior to this.
So the state got tired. Right, the state got tired of it, caught him, turned him over to the feds.
Yeah.
Well, see, that's a lot different there. Yeah, he was just being ignorant. He wasn't abiding by what they said.
Well, he was doing it. He was abiding by state law, right?
Right.
And he beat them 26 times state law.
Yeah, so that's why they turned it over to the feds.
That's right. Bill Schuette. Just remember, Bill Schuette is an asshole. He's a pot-hating asshole that happened to be the attorney general, and he got tired of getting his ass kicked at the state level, and that's why he went to the federal level. You know, that's why he was the ultimate asshole. He was the ultimate pot hater. He got tired of Danny.
There's a lot of people out there that don't like it.
Yeah. Well, hold on. We're going outside.
Oh shit!
You know.
Going to get clean.
A lot of people that don't like it, and all it does is heal people. So I don't understand. It's a healer.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's a money maker. And I'll tell you another person who helped out really good was a guy named Isaac Robinson. So he passed away. He's the one that actually put through the bills through with the pardon, with the expungement bills.
Yep.
He was the one who actually started these.
He was one of the first
COVID. He was the
COVID.
one. First COVID guy, right?
Right.
That's fucked up because he, when he caught COVID, man, they took him to the hospital at 6 in the morning. He was gone by 11 that morning.
I mean, this was before anybody else heard of COVID.
Right, he was one of the first.
That's the crazy thing. That shit happened in 2019. That's why it's called COVID-19.
Yeah. And some motherfucker was saying it was a hoax, right? Here we go. We in the car now, goddamn. Here we go. We getting ready, fired up.
Authentic 100%.
Here we go.
What you puffing on, man?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I'm getting ready to find some Michigan OG I picked up from West Coast Meds. So now I smoke
Did you
with
say
you.
West Coast Mids? That's the name.
Who's smoking West Coast Mids?
I am. That's the name of the. That's where I got it from, off of Linden and Auto Drive at Linden and Wyoming.
That's a crazy name, man.
Yeah,
I would
well,
never,
yeah.
I would never go to anywhere with Mids in the name.
Yeah, they were one of the few people we kept open, like House of Zen and all of them. When Tate was shutting everybody down, they were one of the few people we was able to keep open. You know. So where everybody's smoking from?
Shit, I'm in Clinton Township right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm on the east side of Detroit here.
Starting to get cold, man. You're gonna have to spend some money and put some gas in that car and turn it on. Get that heat.
Oh yeah. Well, it's a good car here. I got a little accent that's really good on gas mile, like 38 miles a gallon and stuff like that. So
hey.
How much you got? What do you get sitting in the driveway?
Hi.
You need to get a smoking car, man. You need to just pimped out in the back.
There you go. Tell the wife.
Have a little refrigerator in it.
Right.
Shit.
Cable TV from the house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just have it parked in your backyard.
Right.
Yeah. Well, sometimes I park off the street. I start really cutting up.
Really, that's risky, man.
I park in my driveway, and I'm on private property. I tell you, most of the Detroit cops ain't gonna come by here, and ain't gonna fuck with you.
Yeah, Detroit don't give a fuck about no weed. They ain't never gave a fuck about weed. They ain't give a fuck about weed when weed was illegal.
Yeah.
Oh, they did if they wanted to be assholes, man.
Right, and if they were stealing from you, they did.
It was all about that. Yeah, it was either that or they was taking it from you, shit. But they still was letting you go and just taking your weed. So
yeah. And then when they freaked out on Cushenberry because they didn't arrest him for the weed, they went batshit crazy. You should have took the weed and arrested those two. Man, fuck you. I mean, and they were mad at the supervisor for letting us go. These two little rookie-ass cops in there thought they made a big bust. Supervisor come over and say, man, give him a ticket and go home. And he had Elric and all the rest of them freaking out, man. She got handcuffed to the car for about 30 minutes until they came, fuckers. And then they had to destroy the tape because they know they fucked up. Yeah, they did. And remember, you had a card. If I didn't have that card, our ass was grass. That's right. So get your card, man. Get your card.
Everybody needs to get a card.
And
whatever state you're in too, man.
And it might even help you at the border if you cross into Canada. They'll take your weed.
I don't know about all that.
I do. I fuck that.
When's the last time you've been to Canada?
I went last year, but when it was hot and heavy. Hot and heavy,
They didn't give you shit.
They gave me shit. I've been busted twice going over there.
But they let you through?
No. No, they strip searched me the first time.
Yeah.
And they sent me back. And on the second time, I thought I cleaned out my car. They go through they fell out my bag or something, and they found it, and so they fined me $300 and sent me back. But that time, I turned right around and went back over there. So, oh yeah. So now you have 7 grams.
Pre-9/11 was a whole new era. Like,
Yeah, it sure was.
there's people that don't even know about pre-9/11.
Yeah. But even Panama is free now. I mean, a lot of it. I mean, it's so bad that the only place that marijuana is super illegal on the Western Hemisphere is Idaho. Okay, it's fucking Idaho, a state. From Canada to Chile to Argentina, the weed has been free. It's all decriminalized. But Idaho, that's a damn shame. That's a damn shame, man. But I tell you, we got enough states to amend the U.S. Constitution. You need 38 states. And we do have 38 states that already legalized in some way, shape, or form. So the fight's not over, man. Fight's not over. It's just beginning. Yeah.
So I'm talking about last year when you tried to get over, you got over.
Uh-huh.
All right. And did you have like your passport or some shit? Did you?
I got an enhanced driver license.
Oh, all right. Yeah. I was thinking about getting one of those.
It's nice. I mean, they got nice. Matter of fact, they deliver over there too, you know. As soon as you get through the tunnel part, so you can go right there. They can meet you right there.
Bro, I've driven through the tunnel once in my whole life. The other has always been a bridge, just because it was the closest to my house.
Yeah. I'm on a shit list over. Every time I go over, they stop me though. They kind of like
Every time.
Every time. They get an extra. If it's put it like that, if it's a chick in the car, they ain't gonna do nothing. You know, if you're in there with family. If I'm going by myself, they won't do it. They'll pull me over. I'm going by myself. But if I had my woman or a couple, females or some family in the car, they would say, "Fuck it," you know.
Don't come.
Hmm?
They won't let me in, boy.
You should try it, man.
I haven't even tried in years, man.
Get an enhanced and just fucking try it.
They don't just say turn around for guys like me.
Yeah, they will.
No, they won't. They'll tear my car apart first.
Well, don't put shit in the car. I mean, go over there.
They scan my passport. Big red page flashes at them.
Yeah. Matter of fact, take the tunnel bus.
Shit.
Take the tunnel bus, man.
You still got to go to customs.
Yeah, you do. They make you get off the bus, show your passport or ID, and then get back on the bus.
That's true.
Yeah, they do that. They do that. They kick everybody off the bus when you get to the end of the tunnels. You got to walk in this room and show them your passport, and then split and get back on the bus. Okay. You got a passport, man. Just try it, man.
I don't got a passport. I was
Adam
thinking about getting one of those enhanced IDs, though.
Get that one. That's cool.
No, but passports are even better, though.
Yeah. Everybody should have a passport.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You can't go to the airport and get on that international plane ticket you just bought in order to get out of town.
Right.
Yeah. I remember I lost my passport at the fucking airport. But yeah, you need that, baby.
Do they still put the stamps on them
Yeah.
back in the day? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my passports, my wife, we in a minute, man, we're out of here.
Yeah.
They can go to Canada. I can at least go to Mexico. And place south.
You should be able to go to Canada, man.
Of course I should be able to, but they don't like violent felons. So I can't, they won't let me go.
Nah, fuck that.
I went there for a wedding once and was told this is the last time we'll ever let you in. Because you're going to this wedding, we'll let you go. But you try to come back again, you're considered an undesirable. Now, I can apply for a license to go. Costs $1,800. It's good for a year. And it allows you, because they do this extensive background check and all this crap, it allows you to go back and forth.
Yeah.
But I don't speak Canadian anyway, so it don't really matter.
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
Or are they from Nova Scotia? Oh.
Yeah. I'm going to Toronto.
Shit, man. It's about that time, but
ratings just went down in Nova Scotia.
What?
Our ratings just went down in Nova Scotia.
That's all right.
Yeah, I'm gonna get back in the house, man.
All right, sure.
You gotta run the car, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, what are y'all doing this Saturday coming up, man?
I'm going to the Ganja Bingo, but don't tell nobody.
Me too. Don't tell it. Well, I mean, tell everybody about Ganja Bingo, but don't tell them that Adam's gonna be there though.
No.
They might not show up.
Don't burn my
Me and Roach will be there, so shout out to Native Made 313 Nugget Duction Extracts. They'll be in the building. As well as your boy Nice. And awesome prizes. And what does that include, Roach? What does it say on the flyer?
I don't know, man. Somebody might get a QP though.
Oh shit. So October 28th. Doors open at 4:20, y'all. I want to say, when does honestly things pop off? I don't know when they start calling the first game though.
I have no idea.
Be there.
5 o'clock.
5 o'clock. So yeah, be there at 4:20. Get settled in. I want to say your boy Chi-Town will be in the house doing food.
Yeah.
Private event with ID. Welcome. $5 entry, y'all. And then additional to play, I'm sure. Multiple raffles, all that.
Fun times. Bunch of free shit too.
Free. Hell yeah. So what about everybody getting their card, Roach?
You already know. You already know what to do, man. You gonna put it on the screen or no?
It's on the screen.
Is it?
Yeah.
There it goes.
It really wasn't working for me that time. Shout out Detroit Certification Center. DetroitCertCenter.com. Detroit Cert Center on social media. Hit them up 248-275-6707. Call, text. Under 10 minutes, you got your card. You're protected under this Michigan law. And you're part of the Army. You know? We need to get them numbers up. Come to all the events. Medical Monday is going to be there. You're probably going to win a med card. And it's probably going to be from Detroit Cert Center because they're awesome fucking people. Yeah, so let's make this shit happen. Definitely. And throw them sponsors up there. That's what we want to see. The people who help bring all this shit to you, man. This show, Native Made 313, Michigan Turf Farms, Nug Abduction Extracts, Tiki Madman, SOB Labs, and Tree Street Packaging. Boom. Like everything in cannabis, all right there on one screen. Nothing but the best.
Man, appreciate everybody, y'all. Make sure you hit that like before you go. Appreciate you, Adam, for joining us. Glad to see you back with us. Rich, I can't see you, but hopefully you hear us. Thanks for joining us. There you go.
There you
Shout
go.
out to our boy E-Rock. Who knows?
All right.
Finally got in, y'all.
Yeah.
He never unmuted the mic.
You're
but he
muted
was here
right
with us.
now. We'll have to come on at a later date. We can't hear you. You're muted. All right, so